We're back, baby. Game 2. We've got the Governor Simcoe SS Sosa? Who knows? Versus Crestwood Prep. Both these teams look pretty dialed and eager to get after it. Love seeing that pregame. I think we've got an exciting game ahead of us, wouldn't you say, Mark?
100%. The first game was a good warm-up. Looking forward to see what these two teams have to offer.
And just like that, face-off win. Dodge down the alley here. A little early test. That gets moved back up top. Look at that golden chrome helmet on 33. Speaking of that, orange chrome helmet, 21. Most of these guys rocking chrome helmets. Real shiny heads on the field today. Nice little drive from X here, testing out the offense, and that is a nice high to low rip from 14 from a feed as he was attacking GLE. Great opportunity to take a look at those skip passes because most defenders are once again turning around to acknowledge the ball carrier, right? So always have your head up like that offensive player did there. Look for those passes, for those shooters up top. They'll be there. Nice exchange backside. Possession shot here. It's going to be backed up.
And just for the viewers at home, the Governor Simcoe Redcoats going from left to right. The Crestwood Prep Lions in the blue and white.
It looks like Crestwood is switching to a zone there, and they might pay for it, but the goalie comes up with a big save. They looked a little confused in that zone, but get rewarded for it anyways after a big stop from number 95. Love seeing a Tendy get hot early. That's a big stop. And look at this. Get the shorty the ball in the clear off the end line. Good things happen. Successful clear. Now we've got a transition opportunity. Slowed things down. 71 didn't want it. 62 now picks it up. Right off the ground. Aaron pass. Ball's going to be going back the other way.
Trying to get the ball to number 87. That's Jenna Smelly.
Now, you'll notice that off the end line here in the clear, they're running a set play for that midi that just stepped over. Actually, I think he's an attackman, which is a savvy play for the clear. Send the attackman back to receive the ball and then clear the ball out of the zone. Real nice. But beautiful yard sale there by number 84. And now the ball's going back the other way. 84 now back with it. 2 flags down. And it looks like there's going to be only 1 penalty called on the play, actually. I thought there were 2 flags down. My mistake.
Well, Aaron, we saw 2 penalties that didn't come until the third quarter in our first game.
Let the boys play.
It happened quickly here in this one.
Well, at some point you got to draw the line, right? Can't let things get out of control. I think that was the right call there by the ref. Power play for Crestwood. Errant pass. Once again, black ball. Shorty picks it up in the clear. And look at the ride here from the Lions. That's offside. So now black. Oh, it was missed. Missed call. Crestwood did step over offside there, and Unfortunately, there was no call on the play, and look what happens. 97 takes it to the rack. Once again, just can't connect on that last pass. Got to work on connecting the dots there at the end of transition. 2 to 3 goals left on the table. Nice movement here. Shot over the cage.
Both teams having difficult time connecting on to the goal. Quite a few shots, but just nothing hitting the goalie so far.
Can't score if you don't put it on net.
It's a much faster game than the first one we saw between E.L. Crossley and Patrick Fogarty.
Yeah, much more back and forth, certainly. A few more stable possessions, longer possessions like this, right? Try to tire out the defense, but it's for both teams, it's just early offense turnovers. Some of them obviously, for good reason, trying to make a play. But at what point do you say, hey, let's slow this down and try to run our set here?
Beautiful pass.
Yeah, 97, he's not afraid to clear the ball. Catches, a couple spin moves later, and we got ourselves a successful clear. But again, early offense, just pull this out, boys. Just relax. You got time. And it looks like that's what they'll do. Patience. I feel like that's going to be a recurring theme throughout the day, is just patience, right? Fortunately, we force the ball, like we just saw there. Ball goes on the ground. Might have a cause turnover on your hands. I'm gonna harp on this all day, right? Don't settle for just a good shot or an okay shot. Try to get that great shot. You find those late in possessions. Yard sale, but it's still recovered by Black in the clear. That's a check on the back. But we're just going to call it out of bounds. White ball. Lions get the ball back. Now, typically, if you get cross-checked on the back, out of bounds, that's a push on the back. You're not allowed to do that. So, interesting call. I guess it really could have gone either way. But I think that should have been black ball. What a check in the ride. Look at the athleticism for Ray catching that full stride. Now he's going to use his wheels to carry this over the half line, get into his offense, and just grind this out for a minute. Get the ball hot. Get it moving. Swing the ball. There you go. Number 1 now with it at X. Pushed over to 11. 9 with it now. Looks like he wants a dodge. Try to get a switch there from the defenders. The slide's coming early. Organizing the offense. He's like a drill sergeant out there. 9, look at the athleticism. Nice little pump fake inside. Finds 11. One more. 7 takes his shot. That's blocked.
Number 70 is feeling it after that one. Callum Murphy.
That's going to leave a mark. And nice cause turnover there by 61. And he just absolutely rips it downfield. Not 100% sure why he did that, but it looks like it's going to pay off. Potentially a timeout here. Oh no, we got a flag down on the play. Did you see what happened over there?
He's pointing to the bench.
Is there a bench minor?
Or, I'm sorry, she's pointing to the bench. I'm not sure exactly what happened.
As we try to figure out what happened here, just to reiterate,
there's multiple
it is
flags.
still 0-0.
Well, the one thing that we've noticed here so far is, in the first game we were noticing that Patrick Fogarty has so much time because they were moving the ball around.
Yes.
In this game so far, both sides are just running, which is allowing the other team to kind of catch up, put some pressure on them. Not a lot of ball movement, not a lot of crisp passes. A lot of the passes that have been happening have not really connected. So it'll be interesting to see if the game slows down, a little less running, a little more passing. But if the passes aren't connecting, maybe you are better off. Like, both teams have terrific speed that we've seen in the first 10 minutes or so of this ball game.
100%. Savvy play from the coach there, calling a timeout just to slow things down, draw up a play, right? Get your offense organized and try to bury one here. But if I'm the coach, I'm telling my squad, hey, let's get the ball around the horn a few times and then let's get into our play, right?
While we have a stoppage here, real quick to point out for Crestwood Lions, Jenna Smelly, number 87, playing Division I hockey for Clarkson University next year. Jaden Newton, number 84, currently plays for the Barrie Colts. So if you're a hockey fan out there, a Barrie Colts fan, you'll see him on the weekends playing for the Barrie Colts.
I'm more of a 67s guy, being born and raised in Ottawa, Ontario.
Yes, sir.
I love the athleticism nonetheless. Lots of great athletes out here on these lacrosse fields today. Now, it looks like Crestwood did end up getting a power play opportunity here. So there must have been some extracurricular things going on by the bench side. Crestwood's going to have to find a way to lean in on this wide diamond here, and they do. 84 rips from up top, high to low. Once again, changing planes. Watch him change planes here. So he's got his stick high, and then he shoots to that bottom right corner. Much harder to track.
Straight down, and that was 84 Jaden Newton, as we mentioned before, playing for the Barrie Colts OHL hockey team. Received a pass from 97 Jaden Connors, who was drafted by the Sudbury Wolves. So lots of junior hockey talent on this team in Crestwood.
Just pure athletes. Hockey, lacrosse. You can put these guys anywhere, and they'll be successful.
Do you find hockey players translate well to lacrosse, or is it kind of hit or miss?
100%. It's a great sport for hockey players to pick up, right? Very physical. The shooting mechanics for an underhand shot is very similar to a wrist shot. Oh, look at this. Almost buried in that early offensive scenario. But once again, you live by that, you're going to die by that, and you're going to keep turning the ball over. And I don't want to sound like a broken record here all day, but I think a recurring theme is really just going to be, who can grind out the best 6-on-6 possessions. Great job in the clear there. Now it's Black's turn to have a go on offense. Now, you're going to get a dodge up top here, slide adjacent. In that scenario, you just want to move the ball forward. Just move it forward. When in doubt, just do that. Always a good option.
I'm curious to see number 9 here. Looks very composed. It looks like he has way more speed than he's showing.
Well, he gave us a nice little dodge down the alley. I think it was last shift. Had a little pump fake inside and still found 11. Here he finds number 33, and that's a shot from 15 yards. That's a tough shot for anybody. It's gobbled up by the Crestwood goaltender. Unfortunately, errant pass, and Now you're playing defense. I think that just comes down to communication. We're getting a little too eager. Just got to settle into this one. I think both teams are showing some nerves here.
In a game that's so tightly contested, those mistakes, you want to try to avoid as many of those as possible.
Hey, you want to minimize unforced errors, right? Cause turnovers, hey, I can live with that. Unforced errors, can't live with that. Oh, wow. Dodge down the alley, and 9 just rings one off the crossbar. He's got a cannon. He's still got the ball. They lay off him for half a second. Zings one over the crossbar, goes to X. We're there to back it up. He likes to shoot the ball.
Very good shot, quick shot.
Look at the ball movement here. Speaking of it, oh my goodness. Somebody get that top left corner a coffin. Just absolutely crushed that.
That was number 1 noted Buck. Ties up the game at 1.
Yeah, he's got, he's definitely feeling it after that. That was a beautiful shot. Great find, though, on that skip pass.
And we were talking about number 9, Aaron, Ari Steenhuis, and I am definitely pronouncing that name wrong, so I apologize to the family. But
Steinhaus. So fun fact about Steinhaus, Ari Steinhaus.
Yes.
His dad is Mark Steinhaus.
Who is?
Former NOL player for the Buffalo Bandits and Hall of Famer.
So runs in the family.
Oh, yes.
That's where that composure comes from, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, no, he is widely known in the lacrosse community. One of the best transition players I think I've ever seen play the game. And somebody I looked up to as a young player growing up, and still do. Now Crestwood. Again, taking their time now. No rush. I would still like to see guys running here. There shouldn't be any walking in lacrosse. I know it's the end of the quarter, but maybe that's just me. All right, quarter ends here. We're knotted up at 1. Lots of unforced errors, a little sloppy. I think nerves are high.
I think so. I think that it's just both teams starting shot out of a cannon, right? Just kind of feeling each other out. Not a lot of crisp passing from both sides, but lots of speed. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, we know the notable names in junior hockey on the Crestwood prep side, but I mean, lots of speed and athleticism on the Redcoat side as well.
100%. And like I was saying earlier, got to minimize those unforced errors, right? I think both teams maybe a little too eager, a little too, they want to get the job done, right? Well, you can get the job done, just don't force things, right? You start forcing things, you start making mistakes. Can't think too much, just flow into the game, right?
It does feel like the type of game where high danger chances are going to come at a minimum, so taking advantage of those opportunities as they come. Speaking with the coach for the Redcoats earlier, how'd you pronounce that last name?
Steinhaus.
Sutter Pilon is another name to look out for on the Redcoats, number 7.
Also son of a former NOLer, I believe. Don't quote me on it, but pretty sure he is as well.
I will quote you on it. I will tweet it out as a fact. given to me by you.
And if I'm wrong, burn me to the ground.
So we got the retired players'
Lots of, yeah.
sons on one side and the junior hockey players
Well,
on the right-hand side. So
hey, it makes a difference, right? Second generation, third generation lacrosse players. When you're getting that hands-on coaching from your dad, or let's say your cousin, or whatever it may be, makes a big difference. Especially when it's somebody like Mark Steinhaus, one of the best transition players, to play the game. It looks like number 91 has an Ottawa Capitals helmet on. Shout out to the Ottawa Capitals, 613 Lax. I'm not sure if he owns that.
That's
or
Riken Thorpe, number 91.
Thorpe. Well, I'm Aaron Forster. I grew up in Ottawa, Ontario, so obviously I've got a penchant for pointing out Ottawa players when I can. Don't know any Thorpes personally, but I'm also getting old. Crestwood with the ball on offense, getting swung over to, looks like number 55 at X. He's going to be patient. Now, they're not really challenging at X here, which is surprising. Usually I like to add a little bit of pressure. I'm not sure if they might be in a zone look of some sort here. I have to see a dodge. Thorpe gives a dummy dodge, which is essentially just faking a dodge and then swinging the ball somewhere else for a real dodge. And it looks like that's going to come from 82. Zings one past the cage, and that's backed up by Black. So Lions lose possession there.
Number 62, Ryan Bellamy, who saw his opportunity, couldn't quite get the job done there.
Shoot or shoot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky.
I knew someone
Michael
great
Scott
said that. Michael Scott, that's right.
Now, I will say both teams have done a pretty good job in the clear so far, which is good to see. Because those just kill you. When you play a bunch of defense and you're trying to get the ball to the offensive side and then have to play more defense, demoralizing. 9. You know he's going to want to have a go here. 97 playing great D. Look at the slide coming. He's chopping like an axe, but 9 takes it to the rack and just can't find Twine. And that's backed up. It's going to stay black ball here.
Excellent job by 97.
Yeah, if I'm White, I'm putting a pull on him for the rest of the game.
Jaden Connors, great defensive effort there.
Yeah, no, very gritty, technically sound, getting jams where he can. Now the slide, on the other hand, want to break down in that scenario. That is neither here nor there. Ball still getting swung around the horn. And look who it is. It's number 9. Back with it. I think he's going to take this one right underneath. No, he swings it back up top. Doesn't want it. 14 wants it. Nope. Dished off to 3s. And number 14 might actually be in a battle here. Nice forced turnover there by 97. Beautiful work by short stick defenseman. And now it's Thorpe, the pride of Ottawa, Ontario. Shoots it wide. And it looks like they're calling goalie was closest to that one. I'm not sure if I agree with that call. Don't you think White was closest?
It looked like it
their
from this
attacker was
angle.
there.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was interesting in the defensive end for Crestwood. Before that whole play went down, number 97 was watching 9 very closely, and 9 was able to separate himself for a brief moment. We'll see if that kind of plays out that way throughout the game. It does feel like 97 is kind of stuck to Mr. Ari Steinhaus.
They like the matchup. I think these two are going to be going at it all day. Now, I talk about cherishing the ball, right? I would like to see more urgency from both teams. Too much walking, too lackadaisical with their movements, not enough movement of the feet, right? And then this is what happens here. That's offside. Okay, that's apparently not offside. 11 comes up with the ball, dips underneath, but decides otherwise. Pulls it out. Crestwood's going to take their time here. 97 with a nice little split dodge. He finds a way to get to the cage, and he's going to score that one 9 times out of 10. Beautiful drive.
And that speaks to what you were talking about, right? We haven't seen a lot of this so far. He cuts inside, runs deep inside, takes his opportunity. Beautiful bounce shot, as you've been alluding to throughout the day.
Bounces will go.
And you're right. It's been pretty slow paced once it gets into the offensive zone. The neutral zone has been very fast paced, very clogged up. But we haven't seen a lot of those quick movements inside throughout the morning so far.
100%. Hold the phone. We got a flag down before the face-off. Might be more extracurricular activity coming from the bench. It looks like it is going to be unsportsmanlike. That's a backbreaker. Crestwood goes on to the power play.
Did you notice, Aaron, is that coming from the coaches or from the players? Would be interesting to know.
You know, I would assume that it probably starts with the coaches. 97 just rips Twine one more time. Off the peeper. Check it out. Didn't take much. One pass, one shot, and one goal. Once again, bouncing the ball to glory.
That's a number we're going to be saying a lot throughout the morning. Mr. Aaron,
Oh, yeah.
97, Jaden Connors.
Yeah, one of those players that you can tell wants the ball on his stick, wants to take it to the rack, and is generating offense, right? As an offensive coach, I personally love seeing that. I like guys that are loud, that call for the ball, they show that confidence. It oozes out of them, right?
Well,
All the players that I've seen that do that are usually pretty damn good.
we talked about how Jaden Connors drafted to the Sudbury Wolves in the OHL last year in the 4th round. He is committed to the University of New Hampshire.
Not
Curious to know if that is for lacrosse purposes, playing to the University of New Hampshire.
I'm pretty sure if they do have a lacrosse team, it's definitely not Division 1. It'd have to be Division 3. Isn't New Hampshire pretty well known for their hockey?
They are.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not even sure
So
if
very
they probably have
possibly
club
could be.
lacrosse. He could be a dual athlete. Potentially. Regardless, congrats on his commitment to New Hampshire. Great school. And not too far from home. So I'm sure mom and dad are very thankful for that. Timeout here is wrapping up. Seemed like a rather long timeout. But nonetheless, gameplay about to resume. And look who's at the face-off X. It's the production king, number 97.
So the Redcoats
What-
find themselves down by 2 goals, Aaron. What do you see as the biggest adjustment they need to make here moving forward?
Well, I would probably start with not taking bench minors.
Right. Yeah, it's a good idea.
You know, let's control the controllables here. And what I've noticed while coaching my teams is it's got to be top down. So if my players see me start to chirp the refs, right? Now all of a sudden they're chirping the refs, right? So, got to clean that up. But like the patience here from White, the Lions are just, even though it's a power play, they're still taking their time. That shot in particular, I don't necessarily like. Feet standing still and just whipping it at the cage. I mean, I like guys that want to score it, don't get me wrong, but there's a better shot than that.
It's a beautiful pass by the goaltender to get it out of their zone.
Yeah, did he ever put that on a rope? Bobbled ball here. 11 turns it over, but it could have been considered a cause turnover. 60 looks to lower the boom. And guess who? Look at the pass from 97 to 71. One more. Hits it. Thorpe. Can't get... Ooh, it's deflected, actually. Sorry, by the defender. That's picked up by 97. And look at the one more inside. Oh, Thorpe just can't find it. He just couldn't finish. Thorpe, we got to get a little pumpsy fake in there. It's okay. Next play's 30 seconds away, buddy. 33 now. Nice clear from Black. Oh, look at the one more. And getting across the goaltender. One pump fake, and boom, it's in the empty net. Textbook transition. And check this out, kids. All right. One more here to the guy in front of the net. And look at the pump fake. Freeze the goalie midair. And you can just roll that puppy in for the G. Nice goal. Number
11, Cody McNeil. And they needed that goal, right? The game began very tight, but you could feel the Crestwood Lions kind of beginning to pull away, and they needed that goal. Keep it close, only a one-goal deficit now, heading into the final 6 minutes of the game. But with those penalties, some turnovers, they needed that goal to settle things down.
Yeah, it really did feel like Crestwood was finding momentum there. And, it's only 3-2, which is crazy because it really did feel like Crestwood was onto something there. So great answer from Black, finding that goal in transition. And, look, they've got the ball again here. Would love to see them have another good possession. Oh, look at the footwork from 9 and the crippler feed. Somebody, oh, wow, what a shot and a goal. But that all starts from that beautiful move at X. Look at this crippler feed. Oh, we have to get it again just a couple seconds earlier. You guys got to see this feed back home because it was spectacular. Just basically passing the ball cross face, right? Cross your body and finding it. Here it is right here. Watch this. This is called a crippler. See how he twists his arms around his face there, finds that cutter up top. Actually more of a step down opportunity. And oh boy, did he ever step down. Cheese.
And beautiful finish again by Cody McNeil. And what's interesting was we saw earlier in the quarter, number 97 all over number 9 on the Redcoats, not on this play. And so some separation for number 9 and was able to bust that play open.
Shot off the power play. Wide. Backed up at X.
Number 11 for McNeil all over the place now after that first goal, eh?
Most definitely. He's feeling it. Looks like there was a legal change up top. We just can't have that happen. Not in this economy. That's a wasted possession. And totally in Black's control to just not have that. And look at the juice play here from 97. This guy, he might as well just have a magnet in his pocket. Now, no one's getting that ball from him. Oh, look at this. Double team. Runs right through it. 97. Probably could have taken it to the rack. He just doesn't feel like it. Look at the wrap check, though, from 23. Whoa, they're really teeing off now. I think that could debatably have been a flag, but the boys let him play. Ball goes on the ground. Nice GB from number 5 here, who transitions the ball up towards center. Bounce pass to number 11 on the crease. And what do you know? Number 11 on white picks it up. It's back the other way. And, runs through the check. And finally, we're going to get a penalty here. Yeah, that was getting out of control. You know, these lacrosse games were a bunch of barbarians running around on a field with, metal poles. Things can get out of hand fast. So I'm glad the refs called that one, because it can. I've seen things get a lot worse.
And we see that very often too, where the longer the defensive possessions go, the more tired that you become, the more kind of sloppy, restless, and the more...
Yeah, you start swinging your stick, right?
Right, and more mistakes kind of begin to creep in.
Instead of playing the body, you start swinging your stick because you get a little bit lazier, right? And all of a sudden you're in the penalty box. Errant pass here. It's going to be number 23 picking it up off the end line for Black. Now, clearing the ball when you're man down is quite a difficult feat. And the reason for that is well, you can see here, everybody matches feet with somebody. Everyone is covered. So you got to be able to run through the defense like you just saw here. Beauty clear. That's a juice play. Oh, we got to shoot that one, I think. Nice little pass in transition. One just couldn't really get the shot off. Looked like a half pass, half shot. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish. Just wing it on net. Remember, it goes wide. Hey, possession shot, right, folks? Now, get a little helter-skelter here. Ball's just foosballing around. Who's going to come out with this? It's 55. And look at the legs on the kid. He's a human gazelle. Down the lefty alley. He just misses. Wow. Great effort. Just came up short. White still has the ball, though. Are they still on a power play? No, they are not. It's even strength right now. Is Black in his zone? No, it looks like they're manned up here. What do you think? Do you like mixing in a zone every now and again to maybe confuse the offense?
It depends on the matchup, right? We were seeing the man-to-man with 97 on number 9. And you can go to zone, and that might help you with one matchup but leave you weak in a different one, right? So it all depends on the matchups as the game progresses.
100% personnel focused. I also like it off a timeout or off an end line just to confuse offenses. With that said, that's going to wrap up the second quarter here. We're knotted up at 3 people. It's been back and forth, a little bit helter-skelter. Yeah, I think if both teams just settle in here in this second half, we're going to have a lot of really good lacrosse left to be played.
It's all about the possession game for the Redcoats, right? Crestwood Lions, they very fast team, very quick team.
Yeah, both teams are athletic.
Very much so. And it sounds oversimplified, but really the ball who can hold on to the team who can hold onto the ball the most
time on attack, right,
is the team that's most likely going to prevail here today. I'm very fascinated by the matchups, though, Aaron. When you have, Ari Steinhaus, number 9, just with the calm.
He's got a presence out there.
Very much so. And so when he can get away from Jaden Connors, number 97.
Which is an interesting matchup because normally, for the folks watching back home that are maybe new to the sport, if you have a guy like Ari Steinhaus playing on offense, probably want to pull him up, right? So not sure if you want to bring 97 out of the blocks with a pull every now and again. Try it out. I think we probably just put the long stick midfielder on him. But, hey, to each their own. Regardless, both teams playing some good lacrosse.
It does feel like, too, Aaron, it'll be interesting to watch moving forward in this game when the Crestwood Lions are in the offensive zone. They like to slow things down, pass the ball around. But when the Redcoats are in the offensive zone, they're just attacking the net. So it will be really interesting to see how that dynamic plays out for the rest of this game heading into the second half.
Yeah, they do a much better job of their movement based off of who's dodging.
Right.
So we've seen number 9 go down the alley a few times, and his offensive players that are playing with him, right, clearing space for him, right? They're clearing space for him so he actually has a lane to be able to commit to and be a threat, right? He can now shoot the ball and score. He can also throw the ball backward or to the crease for the person that just cleared through for him, right? He can also carry to X, throw the ball one more, and then we can attack the backside, right? So I think it's, once again, it's those fundamental principle plays of, understanding where to go and where to be at the right time that are going to make the difference throughout these tight games like this, right? So, and that goes for the defense as well. Now, with that said, looks like halftime is getting wrapped up here. Heard a whistle. Both teams are actually still seated, so don't quote me on that. Maybe I was hearing things.
So question for you, though, from a coaching perspective, Jaden Connors, we saw number 97. We've talked about it the whole first half. Perfect defensive matchup for Steinhaus.
For Ari, yeah.
But does it take away from his offensive production having to rely on him so much defensively? Because you see him, he's a big body, he's fast, he's a very hard shot. He already has a goal, I believe, in the first half. Does his defensive...
No.
Like, they need him defensively. They need him in this game. Does that take away from him offensively?
Now, that's actually a great question, because you want to talk about how to maximize production out of players throughout the course of 60 minutes, right? Now, if he's going 100% on defense, there's no way you can go 100% on offense the next shift, right? Like, especially if he's playing a shift out the back door, like playing defense and then carrying and staying and playing on offense, that's a lot of energy spent. So to answer your question, I think I'd probably just want to switch off of Ari there. I'd put the long stick midfielder on Ari so that 97 can take some shifts off on defense, conserve a little bit of energy, right? And then, be effective both on the defensive side and offensive side. But I mean, hey, he's been effective on both sides of the field regardless. So, I think that's probably just a reflection of his athleticism. But can he do it for 60 minutes? I don't know. We'll see. We're about to find out. My assumption is probably yes for him. Both teams are getting a little cheer in. Third quarter coming up. Once again, knotted up at 3.
I also find that the goaltending matchup's been really fascinating. No disrespect to the goaltenders in the first game that we watched, but some weaker goals let in. Both of these goaltenders have had to make some big saves in this second game here so far between the Redcoats and the Lions.
And it's the difference between a good goalie and a great goalie. It's that ability to make those game-changing saves, right? Exploding out and stopping one on the crease. Like, those stops can change the trajectory of a game. And I think we've seen a couple of those today here.
And we saw Patrick Fogarty in the first game switch up their goaltenders throughout. Today for Governor Simcoe, we are seeing them stay with their number 1, number 30, Scriver.
Yeah, that's pretty par for the course, especially with the lopsided score for previous game. I want to get guys touches, right, and get reps, so makes sense. To kick things off here, Crestwood wins the face-off. They're going to slow things down here, probably work the ball around. They're in an open set right now, so see how every single offensive player, well, now 11 goes into the crease, or not crease, but rather high stack. Actually, he's just clearing the other side, so yeah, they're still in open. Every single, it looks like a circle, right? How every single offensive player is on the outside like that, that's what you call an open set. It's really good for just getting touches, moving the ball around. And out of the open, we get a dodge. One more. The other thing it does, it makes defenses slide adjacent. And oh, wow, what a save right on the doorstep. He just slapped it away to the end line. And he comes out with it. What a save from the Tendy. We just talked about game-changing saves. That's one that's right on the doorstep.
Absolutely.
Oh, he thought about sending that over to 7-2, but thought better of it. Slows things down. Now it's Black's turn. At X. Bounce pass up top. Let's move our feet to receive the ball. 9 with it now. He's been great at generating offense. Nice little find inside, and both teams exchanging stops right on the doorstep. Do we have a goalie duel here? What's going on? Oh, look at the aggressiveness. Lowers the shoulder. Oh, he makes the stop too. So not only does he challenge a GLE, puts his shoulder right into one's heart, gets back in the cage, and makes the stop.
And number 11, Cody McNeil, he's been the goal scorer twice now for the Redcoats, so really key save for the tender.
Yeah, just gritty effort. If I'm on the sideline, I'm going nuts for my team after I see a performance like that. And it's Thorpe getting inside, another stop. Both these goaltenders are brick walls. But now I think it's time to mix up some shots. We're changing planes, we're going high to low, maybe mix in a high to high. Easy clear for Black. Thorpe is stuck on D. I think he's comfortable back there anyways. Black is going to take their time. Still getting personnel on the field, playing 5-on-6, and now 6-on-6. 10's going to move that ball. Number 1 has great feet. Really good footwork on the kid as he passes that over to 9, who we know is definitely eager to initiate the offense here. He knows how to get a defense rotating. When the defense is rotating, good things happen. He carries to X. Being real patient. He's got his eyes up, though. He's looking for those cutters. Look at him lower the shoulder. It's up the hash, and oh, my goodness. Oh, police. Low to high stinger. Check this out. Wow, look at the change of planes, folks.
Any
I'm gonna
higher,
keep saying it. Sorry, go on.
No, any higher that's hitting the post, any lower that's getting saved. That is just the perfect shot, top left-hand corner.
Shot placement right. You drop your hands, especially up the hash. It's so deadly. It's a great tool to have in your arsenal as an offensive player. Drop your hands, right, and then just send it cheddar. Right? Send it up to the crossbar. Because what does the goalie have to do when you drop your hands? He's got to drop his hands too. He's got to respect that you might be shooting low. And that's exactly what you just saw there. Interference. And now, I wanted to mention this earlier. It's black ball, by the way. 14 might be rivaling number 4 for best cleats at OFSAA. We've got a competition for who is the best human highlighter. Now, we'll leave it up to the fans. Cast your votes at the end of OFSAA. We'll have a Twitter poll going. 9 carries to X. I like this matchup for him personally. Does he like it, though? He thinks better of it. He didn't like it.
And after that last goal, 97 is glued to number 9 now.
Clearly an adjustment that they want to take advantage of. 97, he's a workhorse. His footwork's great defensively too. Like just watching him back there, not committing his hips. I know we're not going full speed, but you can tell just by the movement. He knows what he's doing. Now another stoppage in play here. I'm not sure if there's not sure why there's a change of possession, but regardless, Black still has it. And they're in an open set right now. Hold the phone. 9 wants to go to X. Looks like they're probably going to swing the ball around the horn and send it to him. Oh, no, this can't happen. This is just too easy. Oh, my goodness. Another stop right in front of the net. Like, who is this kid? Oh, man. Just plays being made at both ends of the field. Look at the hustle, getting back, yarding. 97 goes the full length of the field. And boom, we got ourselves a goal. End to end to end. Holy.
And that was a terrific play. This whole thing started at the other end of the field where 97 has the ball. He's moving fast. Stick gets slashed.
Yeah, that's what we like to call a yard sale.
And then he's out of defensive position because he's way in the other end of the field, and he's been their best defender. So now he's caught up on the other side, and the Redcoats just have the opportunity to have their best players in position while the Lions have their best defensive players completely out.
100%.
Terrific play.
Gritty play, hustle play, right? Not giving up. It looks like the ball... Oh, no, it was a push on the back. It's going to be Lions' ball. I thought the ball was stuck in his stick, in which case it would have been black ball. But no, push on the back, you can't do that.
62 limping to the sidelines here. Hopefully he's okay.
Maybe that push on the back. Maybe he fell on it. Something funny there. Who knows? Rub some dirt in it. You'll be okay. '91 can't handle that pass, and the ball's going to go out of bounds here. And yeah, black ball in the clear. They got a shorty right there. If I'm him, I'm taking that ball and running it out, but instead we slow clear here and send it to the tendy. Not sure thought process behind that, but this tendy's been super smart into clear actually, so does kind of check out, and they are just wide open at center there. What is going on in the ride?
Well, we've been talking about possession, right? When the Lions have possession in the offensive zone, they're doing a very good job. But defensively, they don't have a lot of solutions right now for what the Redcoats are kind of putting together out there.
And you know where I think it starts? To look at this backhanded attempt. 9, you filthy animal. Beautiful attempt. Love seeing that. Guys getting creative with the ball. Trying stuff out, right? Hey, didn't fall that time. It'll fall down the line. But you got to practice it, especially in games. He might just do it again right here.
It's a great matchup for 9.
Just got to run through the stick. So, kids, whenever you see a long pole, put one hand on his stick and try to poke check you. Just run right through it. You are stronger than one hand. on a long pull.
Oh.
And look at just the savageness offensively. Fakes the BTB. 8 can't believe it. That got a big reaction from the crowd. That goes off the pipe. And this is what I'm talking about. White's got to get organized on defense. It sounds like a just complete silence back there. Just communicate with each other, fellas. And look at this. 11. Oh, the low-to-low bouncer. Just absolutely disgusting. That is a beautiful shot. Big fan of the low-to-low. I know I talk about changing planes, but especially in that scenario on the wing like that, great shot to have in your arsenal.
Great pass from behind the net, right in front, as you see on the replay. And this goaltender, he's had a terrific game, but you got to give him some help here at the defensive end. Offensively, the Lions do a great job, but when they're on the defense, they're running out of answers right now.
Yeah, you gotta help out your goaltender here. And honestly, on the defensive possessions, I just don't hear any chatter. I don't hear any chatter whatsoever. I know I got a headset on. I should be able to hear them through the headset. That's how loud they should be, right? On defense, it just makes everybody's job so much easier if you just get loud. It could even just be primal grunting noises, but at least your defender knows you're there with him, right?
Right.
An acknowledgement of where you are on the field. It can be, anything, but we got to open our mouths and communicate through. Because right now, it looks like they're just getting lost. And that's just a breakdown in communication. Easy fix. But again, we talk about time on attack, right? Maybe they're a little bit tired. Because that was definitely a black dominant quarter.
Very much so. And we saw
For time on attack, that is. Yeah.
the Lions jump out to the 3-1 lead, and they haven't scored since, right? The Redcoats have done a terrific job in tightening up defensively and catching the Lions out of position on the offensive end.
100%. They've been doing a great job in the clear, I've noticed. Really, really good getting the ball from defense to offense. It's been super clean. Speaking of which, 23 almost gets absolutely lit up. Thankfully, he does not. But look, another successful clear. On 23, it looks like he was open there for what could have been a pole goal, which is one of the most electric plays in lacrosse. But unfortunately, they couldn't connect on it.
Great job.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry, Aaron. Just going to say, great job here by the Lions. Slow it down. It's only a 2-goal game. Just slow down.
That's it. Can't score 2 goals at once, right? Can't score 3 goals at once. Just chip away here. Don't have to be in a rush, not yet. Tons of lacrosse left to be played. 3 minutes to go in the third. 97 looks to take this to the rack. Now they're forcing him to his offhand, which can be awkward. And as you can see there, it's kind of difficult for him to try to be able to get a shot off. Maybe whip out that twister crippler down the alley. I think that'd be a good option.
It's a rare miscue
Now, so
there.
hold on a second. So that was originally called black. Oh wow, what a catch from 87 there on the crease. That was crazy, and then just gets robbed by the goaltender. But nice mitts in front, silky. Thorpe with it, up to 55. What a beautiful run in the first half. Would like to see the Lions put his athleticism to use more, especially in this offense. Good time for a dodge here for 55. We'll see if he wants it. I think he does. He does. Look at the fast feet. Oh my goodness. Oh, tries to put that on cage or was that a pass? It's going to be up to the ref's discretion. And it looks like they're going to call out a pass, so it's going to be black ball. Nice little dodge from Fives, though. Those little happy feet dipped and dived and got towards the cage.
If that pass could be a little bit more crisp.
Well, yeah, I think the problem was
87's really good behind there, Aaron. She does a great job at controlling the play, slowing things down, and you just got to get that a little bit smoother to her.
100%. You can't throw that one underhand. I think you got to just stick to fundamentals, over the shoulder, put it on her. Send that one more. Oh, no. Hey, I like it. Try the behind the back feed. Sometimes it doesn't work out. I have made that play as well. Too many times to count.
That one there, though, seemed a little unnecessary. You had the time, right? You had the time. That's my opinion.
You got to get the defender to commit.
That's right. You're the coach, not me.
You got to get the defender to commit. You got to draw a slide and then throw it, right? But hey, you live and you learn. Now, slowing this down. There's 36 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Probably hold for last shot here. Probably try to draw a penalty. But no, nice little move to the cage, inside roll, and wow, what a bounce for 11. Heads up play, just catches that right out of the air and just bounces it home. Easy goal.
And that's the hat trick, I believe, for Cody McNeil.
His stick is made of fire. Hat trick for the kid. Let's take a look at this again. So, kids, right? See how that ball's in the air? These defenders are just staring up at the sky. We can't have that. Number 11 is going to eat that up all day, catch that out of the air, and send her home. But the point is on defense, you got to box out. You got to grab the closest guy next to you and make sure he cannot pick up the ball like that. That's just laziness. Wouldn't you agree?
I would, and I feel like...
Or lack of awareness, maybe. I don't want to call them lazy.
Offensively, the Lions can keep up with the Redcoats offensively. The problem is defensively, that's where their shortcomings have really come to the surface in this game. Defensively, they're not super disciplined. They're not keeping up. And the patience for the Redcoats is just completely wearing down on the defensive end. But offensively, I would still like to see from the Lions just slow it down just a little bit. Number 87 is really good facilitating from the back there. Just get those passes a little bit crisper. And unfortunately, you can tell me what you think about this. They got to ride 97 a little bit harder. He's got to give them a little bit more. Not that he hasn't given them enough, but he's their best player right now. He's got to give just a little bit more on the offensive end.
Yeah, hey, championship week, right? You got to dig deep. You got to dig deep, and you got to find that next gear, right? That's what champions do. And yeah, for sure, I think every player on this field right now should be looking to find that next gear and be willing to make a sacrifice to make a game-changing play, right? You got to put it all on the line. Now, looks like fourth quarter is about to start here, and just a quick correction on the score. It is 7-3, not 6-3. Lions trailing by 3, that is. Lions are in white. And with that said, looks like we're lining up for this fourth quarter draw. Black's got to get out there. We don't want to delay a game penalty. If you take too long to line up, they will give you a penalty. I've seen it happen multiple times. I have actually probably been a culprit as the face-off guy for taking too long to line up. And with that said, fourth quarter, is underway. Both teams look like they're coming out with energy here. Love the vibes.
What do we say? 97.
97, just, hey, gritty play. I like that play. Nothing wrong with that. He draws a penalty because of it. All of a sudden, the line's around the peeper.
And that's exactly what we needed to see from him, right?
Take
Right
the ball
off
to
the
the
bat.
rack, right? Yes, 100%. Initiate.
I do have to say, a slashing penalty in lacrosse is hilarious, considering there's like 1,000 slashes on every play.
So that's actually, it's funny you say that, because yes, slashing happens literally every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? But the rule is the slash within control? So you'll see, especially long poles, they'll do short little choppy chops that, you know, move from like probably a course of like 6 inches, right? Just chop, chop, chop. It's when you start to bring the stick over your head and try to come down on somebody, yeah, usually refs are going to call that. This power play here, doing a good job of moving the ball. It's just that shot is taking too long to get out of the stick. You're giving the goalie time to square up to you. I want to see some shots off the swing here. The shots off the one more. Get this PK rotating. And with that said, we jam it in the middle. And Black comes out with the ball. 23 has been a human vacuum. Scooping up the balls. And then he just sends this one down. He ices it, almost reminiscent of a hockey play. And that's an immediate turnover. And it might cost him here. Wow, what a sequence of events. I'm not even sure what the call is here. Was it potential interference? I think it was interference.
It looked like it, yeah.
Yeah, it was. And White's going to retain possession after a pretty chaotic 10-15 seconds there. 97, taking your advice. That's a push on the back. But look at this, draws a slide. Someone's open.
Oh.
That's not the one. Tenny makes a nice play, picks off the ball. Turnover in the clear. All of a sudden, Black is getting sloppy in the clear. Wow, savvy play by the goaltender there. Did everybody see that? Beautiful play by the goaltender. Didn't allow 91 Thorpe to catch that ball. Would have been an easy finish. And look at this. They get the ball back because of it. That all starts with 3-0 playing great off-ball D. Look at the IQ play from running the ball over half. Smart play. That's championship week stuff. I love it. 55. The one more is not there, but oh, yeah, it did touch the end line. Unfortunately, that's going to be a turnover.
You're seeing from 55 Nathaniel Adams, great speed,
Great athlete.
great transition. Just once he gets into the offensive zone, having a little trouble making the correct decision.
Well, the thing is he's seeing the correct decision. It's just we're not connected on the decision he's making, right? And I think past couple times it's really just been underhand pass or anything but over the shoulder. And I think if we just connect with over the shoulder, we're probably in a good spot here. Shot over the crossbar. That's going to be backed up by Black. We're going to initiate the offense here. Looks like a little CO inside. 91 pops up. 21 pops up. That gets moved to the wing. This is the most effective place to dodge in lacrosse. Are they going to get a chance? Uses the pick 3 times. And look at the off-ball cutter. Shot off the swing. And it's in the back of the net. Great offense. Love to see that. Love the pick play. Using the pick 3 times, right? Over, under, over. Hey, that's tough to guard. And then finds a cutter off the off-ball movement, and boom, he just throws it right in the back of the cage.
And that's Cody McNeil again. And what really hurts for the Lions here is The Lions were really pressing hard. They had the power play at the beginning of the quarter, offensively moving the ball very well, but just couldn't buy a goal. A couple minutes on the defensive end, and
it's in the back of their net.
Right, Governor Simcoe goes up 8-3, and it doesn't feel like an 8-3 game. It does feel closer than the score is, but the Lions just can't convert on those opportunities.
And with that said, caught sleeping on the fast break. My goodness. He was alone on top of the cage there. Defense, we got to pay attention here. That can't happen. Too easy. Now, I do want to note, take a look at Black's bench. Let's take a look at this one more time, right? Close defenses just caught sleeping. We weren't paying attention to the face-off. I like that they have that much confidence in their face-off guy thinking he's going to win that battle, but hey, if he doesn't, that'll happen, right? But nice finish regardless. And look at this, another flag on the field. Now, before I talk about the power play here, let's just take a look at the benches here. You know, Black has a lot of subs on that sideline. And then White, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
getting
7.
thin.
Yeah, not so many. So fatigue obviously playing a big component in this second half here. Power play opportunity. We're just gonna walk it on in. I'd like to see Black keep the ball hot here, get that ball zipping. Instead, put it on the crease, easy finish. Got to be a rotation there from the defense. This is starting to get away from White pretty fast.
It's away. It's away from them, and you can tell the body language. You know, you can tell the body language. The fastest players aren't moving as fast now. Yeah, that's a tough one, and you could kind of feel that one coming as you watch the replay here, right from the beginning of that power play, and we're just not seeing the same takeover capability from, 97, 87, 84. These players for White have been holding it down all afternoon, and they just haven't. They're just losing that ability right now.
Hey, I talked about digging deep earlier. Let's dig deep here. Let's find that next gear. Lots of lacrosse left to be played. I've seen crazier things happen. With that said, possession call, Lions ball. So the player did not have full control of the ball in their lacrosse stick. And in that scenario, you cannot just absolutely obliterate someone, as you saw there. I think it also may have been slightly on the back. Regardless, White has an opportunity to answer. Now, 6:20 left. White's got to get going. I think there's got to be a little bit more urgency here, and I think there's going to... Okay, 2 flags. Oh, no, what's going on here? Hope that isn't on the Lions. And it looks like it might be. Looks like the frustrations are starting to come out here. Unfortunate. Is it going to be both, though? I can't tell.
It's right in front of the Redcoats bench.
Well, there's 2 flags, right? So I'm assuming one guy didn't get both of them. I would assume one for White, one for Black, but who knows? Let's see if we can get an explanation here. We don't. It's White ball. So as we can see, there's 2 players that were kneeling in the box. So that would make sense if it was... I think there was just one player that happened to be kneeling. Yeah, it looks like incidental penalties. We're even up here in 5s. Playing nickels. This is the guy we want to see with the ball on his stick. Look at him draw the slide. 3 guys on him. We got to move it. One more. Oh, rings one off the pipe. They've hit a couple pipes too.
They have. Especially in the first couple quarters, right?
Yeah, those can really be backbreakers. Okay. 97 continues to run the ball down. I thought the ref was blowing the play dead, but I'm not 100% sure what the call is here. So white got the penalty? No, black got the penalty. 33.
Yeah.
Technical. I think it was just on a hold is what I gathered from that. So, hey, look at this.
And just to
4-on-3 opportunity. If you don't score this one, you might as well pack your bags.
Right. And just to let the viewers in on a little secret here, there's like 3 different games going on around us. Beautiful.
9-7. Hey, 3 minutes and 43 seconds to go here. Last 3 minutes, our stop time, of course. There's a chance. There's a chance here. Now, I said White had to pack their bags if they didn't score on this 4-on-3, which actually was a 5-on-3. So thankfully they did. And it really just, it's as easy as that. You just got to move the ball, keep the ball hot. When there's only 3 D guys on the field, that's all it really takes. Move the ball quick, shoot the ball. And that's what we saw there. You don't see a lot of penalty kills with just 3 defensemen on the field. And that could be the spark that White needs to, make a run here.
Absolutely. And, 5-on-3, like you mentioned, you're passing the ball around and you put 97 in the perfect opportunity because, like, these defenders for the Redcoats, they know that Jaden Connors is the guy that they have to watch. And so...
And look who comes out with the ball here. It's the Lions. 2.5 to go. They got to take it to the cage. They got to go as fast as possible. It seems a little complacent right now. There's not much sense of urgency. Time is dwindling. You got to go. And they are doing anything but.
And you just heard the time communicated to them on the field, so you think that they know. 1:55 and counting here in the 4th.
Yeah, we can't slow the ball down here. We got to get going. That was a good 35 seconds off the clock, and that was the result in terms of that waiting period. Just a dodge to the goal and a turnover.
And with the way the Redcoats have been passing around this ball, it would not shock me if the Lions didn't see the ball for the rest of the game here. I know there's still 75 seconds to go, but just with the ball movement of this team.
If I'm Black, I'm just going to hold the ball right here and run the timeout. And it looks like that's what they're doing.
And they're going to call it.
That's unfortunate. I would have liked to see a little bit more urgency out of White there. But, hey, 10-4 game. What can you do? I play till the clock hits 0, though, fellas. What do you want me to say? Regardless, great talent on display here. Both teams showing some gritty efforts. I think the Lions kind of got unlucky throughout the course of that game, hit a lot of pipes, and just not bearing on what should be 100% opportunities. Mind you, both of those goaltenders were nasty. They were making some really nice stops, point-blank stops.
They were terrific. And the goaltender for the Lions, he deserved better, I think. As the game went on, the defense around him began to kind of crack. But he made some huge stops, especially in the end of the first half, beginning of the second half, to really keep his team close. But ultimately, defensively, just not able to get the job done for the Crestwood Lions.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's lacrosse where I'd love to see these two teams play each other again at some point throughout this tournament. Maybe it'll be in the championship, who knows? But I don't think, as you were saying earlier, I don't think it's really representative of what the score was, right? Or sorry, that wasn't reflective of that game, the score, right? I think it was a little bit closer in terms of the energy and the effort, and I think Black just got some better bounces there. Now, regardless, game number 3 coming up here. Look at the jerseys. Aurora. Now, gonna head to a quick break here. Again, I'm joined with Mark Sauter here. I'm Aaron Forster, Coach Ronnie from Box Cross Breakdown. Gonna take a quick break here, fellas. Lots more lacrosse to be played. We'll see you guys soon.